If you hear there's a tornado warning, that is the time to stop whatever you are doing and seek shelter. And some of the ways that we seek shelter are alarming to people. So if you are outdoors or you are in your car, the safest place is in the lowest point of land. A ditch is ideal, preferably not a ditch where there are power lines running overhead. But if you are driving in your car, it's really a difficult mental hurdle to convince yourself that you'll be safer if you get out. But I think many of us have seen videos of tornadoes where we've seen transport trucks hurling through the air, so you know it is not a safe place. There have been many times incidences where people have sunroofs and sunroofs open and people are sucked right out of their car. It is just not a safe place in a tornado. And I've been in that position myself a couple of years ago in Algonquin Park. There was a tornado warning. And my husband and I stopped our car. We're the only people on Highway 60 that stopped our car, got out, and did go into that lower point of land. But it's really important. If you're get into a solid building, that is better than being outdoors. But a solid building is one with a foundation, not a shed or something. A shed is as safe as a car. And being in the basement is ideal because then you're below ground. If you can't be in a basement, being indoors inside a solid building with a foundation, away from windows, is really important. Most of the tornado injuries are suffered by flying glass and flying roof debris. So being indoors in an interior room if possible, and certainly away from windows. Bridges are not a safe place to be because debris is going to be blowing under there. And bridges, we know that bridges collapse in some of these major emergency events. So it's definitely not an ideal place. And I know that many people, and even actually when I was a child, I thought a culvert was a really good place to be. But many of these storms actually involve flash flooding. And if there's a flash flood and you're in a culvert, your chances of survival actually diminish quite greatly.